Hi, welcome to Jimmy's Storyland. We are having this DIY session. So today we are going to talk about the story, The Kindness Inside. So let's review the story a little bit. It's about Nelson Mandela. So you know, when he was actually in jail, for many years, right? So there was one time, and actually, he was about to really to be released from the jail. Okay, but that time there was a warden. His name was Badenhorst. Okay, and then actually the commanding officer just came to this place and asked him, if the prisoner had any ideas about something or suggestion or complaints about this guy. Okay, but actually when they just finished this kind of interview or talk, and Badenhorst, a very fierce man, actually, he just came to see Nelson Mandela. Okay, and he told him that he would be leaving the island, and the man said, I just want to wish you people good luck. Nelson Mandela was so surprised. Why? Because this guy was a very brutal guy, very bad guy. Okay, but he said, I wish you people good luck. He was dumbfounded. Okay, and then, but actually, that really surprised him. And then he thought about this kind of moment. Okay, and then he thought, how could Badenhorst just actually do this kind of thing? Okay, because he was very careless, and he was very barbaric. He was a very bad commanding officer. However, before he left, right, he was giving them the best wishes. So sometimes you could really see even a bad guy still could have this kind of good conscience. Sometimes inside of our heart, we're all just having this kind of decency. So, but the problem is, a lot of time, we just allow the bad thing or the evil to control our life. And then we will become inhuman. We will have this kind of inhumanity. But if we just actually try to feed the good side of our life, the good conscience, right? And then we will become a good person. So just remember, don't reward the brutish just behavior, the bad thing. Try to reward the kindness, the goodness. Okay, so this is the story. Okay, let's take a look at some of the vocabulary. The first word is brutal. So, if a person is brutal, that means he is a brute. He is very, ferocious or very cruel, very violent. That's brutal. So you can say, he was imprisoned in 1945 for the brutal murder of that man. Brutal. And the second word is endeavor. So when you endeavor to do something, that means you are making effort to do something. Endeavor. In your life endeavor, what do you really want to achieve? Endeavor. The third word is careless. So when you are careless, that means you are very cold, you are cruel, you are unkind. You don't have any compassion or sympathy to other people. So you can see, he sounds careless. This man is careless. And the next word is barbaric. Barbaric actually means a person who is like a barbarian. That's barbaric. That also means extremely cruel or unpleasant. The next word is obscure. So when something is obscure, that means it's not very clear. But when you use the word as a verb, right, that means, you can prevent something from being seen or heard. Obscure. And the next word is core. Core means what? The real essence of something. That means, the basic and the most important part of something. So the core of the problem has to be found out. And the next word is decency. So whenever you have this kind of decency, that means you have the decent behavior. That's decency. So I hope that all our students could have this kind of decency whenever they deal with other people. Decency. The next phrase is foisted upon. So when you force something upon someone or something, That means you are forcing someone to have or experience something they do not want. You force something upon someone. So you can say, we are not trying to force them upon you. We are not trying to force something upon you. The last word is brutish. So this word is basically just like what? Brutal, rough, unpleasant, and also sometimes very violent. Brutish. Okay, now we have covered all the words. Please just try to remember some of the words and use the words in your story. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.